Dear students, in our last discussion, we have discussed in sufficient amount about the advantages of synthetic fibers. Before that, we have discussed about some kind of substance like polyester. We have discussed about acrylics. We have discussed about nylons, and in details we have tried to discuss about their uses also. Various uses of nylon we have discussed, and we have ended last day with the discussion of advantages of these synthetic fibers. Now today we will start our explanation with disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers suffer from several disadvantages. Let us see what are they. First point, clothes made of pure synthetic fibers are garishly lustrous. This is the first point. Secondly, synthetic fibers melt before burning. So, clothes made of such fibers, synthetic fibers, stick to the skin when it comes in contact with a flame causing burns. Therefore, they should not be worn in the kitchen or while setting off fireworks during Diwali or any other occasion of enjoyment. We should keep it in mind that we should avoid wearing these synthetic clothes as much as we can. The third point about the disadvantage of synthetic fibers is that synthetic fibers are generally hydrophobic. That is, they repel moisture or they repel sweat of our body and do not absorb it. They do not allow enough circulation of air either. So, clothes made of synthetic fibers are not comfortable to wear as they do not allow sweat to evaporate easily. As a result, our body do not get the opportunity to cool down, which it gets when we wear cotton clothes. So, these synthetic fibers are not skin friendly in a country like India, where majority of the seasons, majority of the months, we suffer from hotness of the weather. There, these synthetic fibers, the garments made from synthetic fibers, are not suitable at all. Now, natural fibers are hydrophilic, that is, they absorb moisture. They also allow the circulation of air. So, clothes made of natural fibers are comfortable to wear as they allow sweat to evaporate. That is why in chemistry we are having a very important question related to this very discussion, where they are asking why we wear cotton clothes in summer. This we generally discuss in class 9 under the chapter Matter in Our Surroundings. Why we wear cotton clothes in summer? The answer is, during summer we perspire profusely. The sweat draws heat from our body and evaporates away. This makes us feel cool. Cotton, being a good absorber of water, absorbs the sweat and exposes it to air. This is why we prefer to wear cotton clothes in summer. Now, the fourth point, the fourth disadvantage of synthetic fiber. Some electrical charge accumulates on synthetic fibers, due to which they cling together as well as to the skin. The electrical charge irritates the skin. Now, blends make for comfortable clothing. We blend the various kinds of fiber for our comforts while we wear various clothes. Since clothes made of pure synthetic fibers are not comfortable to wear, such fibers are generally mixed up or blended with natural fibers. These blends are called mixed fibers. For example, terylene. Terylene is very commonly blended with cotton, with silk, sometimes with wool, to yield terry cotton or terry cot, terry silk and terry wool respectively. These blends are having some advantages over the pure synthetic fibers. What are they? These blended fibers are less lustrous than pure synthetic fibers. Secondly, they are more comfortable as they absorb sweat. Thirdly, they have heat setting properties. Fourthly, they develop less electrical charge on them, so cause less irritation of the skin than the synthetic fibers do. And fifthly, they are more durable than natural fibers. So these are the advantages of the blended fibers. Now, do we use synthetic fibers only for making clothes? Are we using these synthetic fibers for only clothes? No, I think. The synthetic fibers are not used only for making clothes. They are also used for making many other things like the bedspreads, like curtains, towels, upholstery, that is covers for cushions, furnitures, bandages, mosquito nets, fishing nets, dusters, mops, mats, and insulation for electrical wires. The use depends upon the properties of the material. It varies to some extent or sometime to a great extent also. So let us now see some other useful synthetic polymers, because polymers in today's modern world is very important and we cannot pass our daily life without having the polymers. So let us start discussion about these useful products. Apart from those synthetic polymers that are used as fibers, a large number of other polymers have been synthesized and used for different purposes. Important among them are plastics, rubbers, lubricants, and adhesives. Now, plastics. Plastics are synthetic materials that can be molded into a permanent shape. These highly useful materials were developed during the last century. And in today's world, if you consider your own daily life, just think of one single day, right from the early morning when you wake up, you go to the bathroom and you use a mug made of plastic. You use a soap kept in a soap case, generally made of plastic. You are using a tumbler where you are having the water from the tap, that is also made of plastic. You come back to your own room where you start studying in the early morning. The very cover, the brown cover nowadays of your book or the copy is of plastic. The pen that you use, the body of the pen, the pencil box that you use, the very frame of your spec, in most of the case nowadays it is not made of metal, it is somewhat made of some polymers and mainly plastic. After that, the very school bag that you use, in most of the case they are plastic, or some parachute clothes or something like that, mainly a synthetic polymer. The tiffin box that you use when you go to school, that is also of plastic. The chairs, most of the chairs of your house or in the school, the chair in which your teachers sit is made of plastic. The blades of your fan, the body of the fridge nowadays. In our childhood, we have seen the fridge made of metal body. But today's fridge, having multicolors, they are made of some plastic products. The cabinet of your TV, the cabinet of your computer, the keyboard, they all are made of plastics. So, today we cannot deny the products of plastic as a whole. The polythene, the carry bags, the plastic bottles, the soda water crates, the body of your TV, as we said, or computer or washing machine, the electrical insulators and many furniture foam are all plastic materials. Plastics are cheap, light in weight, and chemically very resistant. They are strong also. They can be molded into different shapes, and this property is known as plasticity. They are not generally attacked by chemicals. For these reasons, they are ideal substitutes for wood, for metals, for glass, and for fabrics. Nowadays, glass also, we are using some plastic products. Cups and dishes also plastic products. So, on the basis of how they behave towards heat, plastics are classified into two types. thermoplastics or thermoplasts and thermosetting plastics or thermosets. Thermoplastics retain their plasticity even after repeated heating and cooling. So, they can be molded over and over again. But thermosetting plastics, once set, after being melted, cannot be molded again. So this is the basic difference between thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. Now, hazards related to plastics. There are some disadvantages also related with plastics. What are they? Though plastics are very useful materials, they pose a threat to health and environment for the following reasons. What are they? Firstly, they are non-degradable. That is, they are not broken down into simpler, harmless substances in the environment. So, with the increasing use of plastics, the volume of non-degradable garbage is increasing every day. Secondly, use and throw plastics objects like carry bags and bottles block drains and sewers to a great extent. Carry bags also harm animals if they swallow them while grazing, because these carry bags are not digestible products. They cannot be digested by the domestic animals like cow or buffalo or street dogs or the cats, etc., etc. They cannot digest these carry bags, and as a result they can lose their life also. They can lose their life also in severe condition. When burnt, they produce harmful gases which is very difficult to tolerate. They are very irritating so far as our very smelling power is concerned. Most chemicals, this is the fourth point, most chemicals used for preparing the monomers which forms plastics can cause cancer among the workers. That is also an alarming point so far as use of plastics are concerned. Uses of plastics are concerned. So, we have studied today up to the hazards related to plastics. We have started our discussion today with all the disadvantages which are related with synthetic fibers. We have also discussed in what way they are not skin friendly, they are not eco friendly. That also we have discussed. Why we prefer cotton clothes in summer season in a country like India, that also we have discussed. Then we have discussed about the blended fibers, why we make blended fibers, after making blended fibers, what are the advantages, what are the properties of these blended fibers, that also we have discussed. We discussed about the very notion that we keep in our mind, that these synthetic fibers are only applicable for making garments. No, that is not true. What are the other uses of these synthetic fibers? That also we have discussed. We have finally discussed about the importance of plastic products in today's world, and we discussed about the two kind of plastics, that is thermoplastic and thermosetting plastics. And finally we have discussed about the hazards related with plastics. Dear students, we are ending up here today. We'll meet again in the next discussion. Till then, goodbye.